Hello everybody, it's John Kranz from ConsimWorld, and this is a quick screencast on how to place and embed images within a posting. First it's going to require some knowledge, basic knowledge of HTML. So I have here just a snippet of code which shows a placement of an image, uh, and again it requires a location for that image. Before I show you how we can use a tag like that, I just want to show you first of all, review how you can attach anything really to a posting on ConsimWorld. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to a specific topic here, so just bear with me while I navigate to the Hunters, which happens to be a project I'm working on right now. So here's the posting area right here, and what I could do here, for example, is I'm just going to grab some sample text from here, as if I was posting something. And then what you could do is you could just simply attach really any file attachment to a posting today. So I'll go ahead and grab an image. So I'm grabbing one right now here, and I'll hit choose that image. So there's one image. I could have more if I wanted, and I'll go ahead and post my message. And you'll see here when the posting is done that the images or any attachments on ConsimWorld Forum, when you attach them this way, they automatically show up and appear at the very bottom of the posting. So you can see here, for example, that I've gone ahead, here's the text I had, and the posting, or the image rather, shows up at the very bottom of my message. And what people are asking for is they want to have a way to have flexibility in placing and embedding images within a post in different areas between text. So let's go ahead, I'm going to delete this message, and let's see how that works. Now first, before we can do that, to place any images, we first need a place to store images and where they'll be available online that we can reference. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the top level of the forum. And from the top level, we have our member services and help desk. And in there, we have something called the image bucket. In other words, it's a place, just a bucket or location. You can just place images just like I did earlier. So what I'm going to do here again is for posting a new message, I'm going to go ahead and grab another image. So let me go ahead and do that now. So I'll just come in here and I'll just grab this smaller image here as an example. And let me choose a second file. Let me see what else I can pick, because I want to have more than one to show you how that spacing can actually work. So I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to pick some image of some counters, which is this one right here. So I've got two images. Let me go ahead and post those two images now. So we're going to have to wait a little bit because obviously these image files are being uploaded to our server on the forum, and we're done now. So we can see we have, for example, we have a cover art image for the Hunters project, and then we have some sample counters. So here we have two images, and what I want to do is I want to be able to reference these images and place them within a posting I'm going to make somewhere else on the forum. So now let me show you how that works. We're going to go ahead and we're going to navigate now back to the topic, which is for the Hunters game that we have pictures of here. So I'm scrolling now to my Hunters game topic here. And again, I'm going to go ahead and simply paste some text that I have. But this time we want images showing up embedded within the text. So that's where this image tag comes in. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this text here. And let's just say we're going to put it right after the first sentence. So right there, and we see we've got image location here. Well, I need to know what the image location is. So now I'm going to show you the trick of how we can go about grabbing that image location. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up a new tab and go to the forum again, and we're going to navigate back to the topic, the image bucket topic. And what you need to do now is we're going to grab the Hunters first. You need to right click, control click, and what we want to do is we want to open the image and look at it either in a new window, and I'll just say in a tab. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I have here the image by itself, and voila, lo and behold, we have a location in the status bar. This HTTP address is what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that address. So I use Command C to copy it out. I'm going to navigate now back to my posting, and where we have image source and quotation marks, where those quotation marks are, or between those quotation marks, is what that image location needs to be. So here we have the image location that corresponds to the web address or URL we had to see that image. So I'm going to go ahead and hit post now. And we see the end result is a nicely embedded image where we have the initial text here, then we have my image, and lo and behold, the remaining text falls after it. So now let's take it to the next step. Let's say that, I'll give you a quick example. Let's say I want this image, but I don't want it to be by itself. I want the text rather, to wrap around the image. So I've got some text here at the bottom. I want it to actually be to the right of the image. So I can show you how to do that quickly. And the way you would do that is you would go to a little bit different HTML code where we want to align the image and set it off to the left margin area so the text can overflow to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding the align left code to my HTML code. So let's edit my post. Let's go to my posting here, and where it says image source, we've got the long location name. I'm going to paste in the align left text there as well. So now when I post this, the image will be left aligned so the text flows to the right of it. And that's what we've done here. Now we're going to take it one step further. I don't really like how this text is really abutting against the image and is adjacent to it. There's no spacing. So there's one last tag we can take advantage of for that. So I'm going to go ahead here, and what I'm going to do this time, I'm sorry, let me make that a little more visible here. I apologize, I'm not managing my windows very well. So let me go back here and grab that image again. So we've got this image right here. And what we're going to do this time is add one last bit of code, which is called the H spacing. This means we're going to add some horizontal space, and this is by pixels, and I'm using 8 as an example. I'm going to copy that amount, and we're going to add that again to the block of HTML code that has the image. So we've had a line left, and I'm going to paste in the H space equals 8, and if I post that, we'll have a little space and gap now between the text. So before we were right abutting against the text, now we have a little space. So to take this out to the next example, we're going to edit the image again. So we're going to go here because I have two images I want to add. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and grab the HTML code again for the other image, and we're not going to do any left alignment this time. We're just going to go with the straight image tag here. So I'm just going to copy that out. I'm going to place it after the next sentence here. And what I need to do now is I need to go back and grab that second image location. So what you need to do is go back to the image bucket, do a right click, do another view image, open image, either in a new window or a new tab. I'll select tab, and once I've done that, I've got the address for this image. I'm going to copy that out. I'm going to go ahead and now paste that in here. So I've now pasted that image location, and just to clean up the last image so it's not on the left margin with spacing, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that that left alignment. So now we just have two images that should be embedded as a new post. I'm going to post that message, and let's see here. We have the first sentence. We have our first image by itself, no left alignment anymore, so the text does not overflow to the right. The text follows underneath it, which is great because then I have this second image placement right here, and then I have the remainder of my text after that. So this works out really well for after action reports. You might see game replays on the forum where people have images with some text underneath each image of what happened. So again, the big trick of the day is you really need to know just a little bit about HTML, not that much. It's basically this code right here. It's the image source tag, and then you just need to know how to place images in a nice image bucket of sorts as we have on the forum for that topic. So you want to go ahead, again, as a reminder, we want to navigate to the highest level of the forum, look to member services, go to the image bucket, and just go ahead and just upload a bunch of images that you want. You can keep adding to them as well. And you will simply do a right click on each image to grab that address, which you'll see in the top area there. And then you'll be able to go ahead and edit your messages that you have. So you can go ahead and decide how you want to have images embedded with your postings. So again, I hope this quick tutorial was helpful. A lot of you had questions about how the heck do I get images within text, and I hope now between this little tag or adding a left or right alignment tag as we have here, and adding some additional spacing so there's a little gap between the text and the image, I hope this little tutorial helps you understand how you can go ahead and upload your images in the image bucket, then go ahead and view them separately to grab the location and add that location and paste it into the HTML source code, which again we can see here. So we have the image source tag with the location of the first one, and here again the HTML image tag with the location of the second image. And that is all there is to it. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can email me at crans@consimworld.com. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have, and I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. Thank you very much.